No, Lotta, it's your cousin Cletus, bro. Can't wait to be on Lotus room later.
Oh, we gotta hit the button. Hit the wrong button. What's up?
What's going on, man?
We're back.
We live.
We're in Lota's room.
We actually are back.
We are in Lota's room.
Who am I here with?
You here with me, man. You know what I'm saying? They call me many things. You know, Vic, Blackman103, that guy. You know, we'll just keep it short, though.
We're here with that guy.
Yeah, man.
From that song.
Yeah.
In that studio.
Fact.
It just so happens to be downstairs.
Yeah, man. I am downstairs from Lota's room. Like, I am
That's
so
crazy.
honored. Yo, that shit is fucking dope.
You were here before us. You shouldn't feel honored.
Are you right? You right.
I should feel honored to be in this building.
Right.
This
you
is
know,
a fun
you know
building.
what I'm saying? This building's full of vibes, though, man. You know what I'm saying? Music, man. That's what makes us fucking wake up and smile, dog. Real shit.
Yeah.
Real shit.
What are your like inspirations for music?
What are my inspirations?
Yeah. Like when you're growing up as a kid, what gave you those butterflies? Like,
Alright, like I ain't gonna hold you. DMX Dark as Hell is Hot. It's Dark and Hell is Hot album. Also Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt album. As far as like mainstream music, like when I was a child, like Reasonable Doubt came out in 99. I was 9. You know, I was a kid, like, you know what I'm saying? And then growing up, you know, just taking that in, you know what I'm saying, as a kid. And then by the time I started recording music myself and shit like that, I was like 15. And it was something that a lot of me and my close friends did together. You know what I'm saying?
where were you doing it? Like you just like had like a studio or just a basement? You go.
That's when I started I had no idea I'd be doing it or I want to do it for life. But that's when I started doing audio engineering at 15.
Okay.
So like pretty much.
What'd you use?
Oh shit, man! Honestly, bro, like even before, that was a great question. Even before I actually got into really audio engineering and knowing, you know what I'm saying, like how to do it. My first song that I ever recorded myself, how I ever like laid down my vocals, was actually on a handheld tape recorder. Swear to God, first song I ever. It was pretty fucking crazy. And then pretty much it came a sound recorder on Windows 97.
I thought you were gonna say like Audacity or something.
Nah, Audacity came. Yeah. Audacity was probably like the third stage.
Yeah. I fucked with Audacity.
Audacity,
too. I used that and
it was actually right before Audacity. There was a program called Acid Pro, and Acid Pro was really like the first software where I really started taking engineering seriously and just learning. I still didn't really know much.
Well, like basic
all.
EQ
like
and shit.
Basic EQ, compression,
like
delay, you know, reverb, just the concepts behind all of that. And like when I really started playing with all of that or whatever the case may be. But shit, as a teen, like, all right, put it this way, right? So now we in 2021, like being a 15-year-old, 16-year-old rapper or aspiring artist or whatever, like right now, like it's very accessible for two things, like super accessible. One, to actually put a little bit of bread together with your homies or whatever and get a studio session at a valid studio to get quality sound. That's very possible, more possible than it was 15 years ago for me. And then number two, the state of home studios where it's at now, the quality you can get. If you know what you're doing with a home studio, you can have very good quality music. It's not professional, but very good. You know what I mean? So it's
close
like
to professional.
You got to understand where that has come from. Like home studios, fucking 10 years ago, were nothing like what they are today, and like technology advances fast, man. So you know what I mean? Like being in this age right now, if I was 15 right now, with the hunger right now, not even with all the knowledge, with the hunger, I would be like, I literally have I would assume between collaborations me with the homies and my own music and songs that I produced and, you know, just over the years, like I'm talking like maybe over like 3,000 to 4,000 songs. But you know, but we're also talking like, you know, poor quality, rough drafts and X, Y, and Z's, and from, you know, my teenage years and you know, and ideas and yo, I don't know, man. Like, you feel me? Like, I feel like I didn't have the guidance I needed, you know, whatever, or the investment in getting real studio time enough. Like, I was going to studios back in the day when I was like younger and shit, 18, like 6, 17, like going out traveling, you know, but not enough, and not enough network. I didn't even understand the importance of like really like networking, like getting my face out there and all that shit. I was really consumed in me and the homies recording music, you know what I'm saying, at our spots. Like, you know, I was really consumed in that. I wasn't guided enough to know that I should be going to more studios and networking and like working with different engineers and different people. I always grew up a hands-on, do-it-yourself kind of guy with the music since a teen. You feel me? So now it's just normal. But now I managed to make a business out of it.
So you think you're more like open to collaborating now than you were like?
Oh
before?
yeah, I mean, now I know the music business. You got to understand. Right. Well, like, I'm not no guru, I'm not no expert, but you got also, I've been looking this up and I've been wanting to know things about the music business for 15 years now. So that's 15 years of my own personal research, trying to get my knowledge up. And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, things like, you know, having a solid team around you, you know, not even talking marketing, not even talking a publicist, not even talking these things. I'm talking like, you know, when it comes to creating, you know what I mean? Like, you know, a team of producers, you know what I mean? You know, having songwriters on deck, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're like really like in the game, like these hits that we love and we adore, even these rappers, bro, they glorify nobody writing their shit. But if you go,
I looked up the sorry to interrupt you. I looked up by Cardi B, and there's like 5 or 6 different writers just for that song.
Yeah, I mean, Cardi B,
crazy.
Cardi B is one of the artists that like, it's pretty known that, you know, she's the face, you feel me? And she performs, she's the performer. She raps the lyrics or whatever, but like a lot of her hit songs isn't necessarily her pen or whatever, but that's like been known. But like for like just the pride of a rapper in general, like, you know, they want to say like they write their own shit or whatever, which they do, but there's always collaborators, bro. Yeah. Like even lyricists, bro, like you look up dope ass songs from your favorite lyricists and they'll be credited in the writing, yeah, but it's also about either one or two other people that are just writers.
Never ever heard of before.
That's what they're just songwriters. That's why they're not the face. They're just songwriters.
They get a bag off that too.
That's what I mean. They got royalties on these songs or whatever the same way the artist has writing royalties.
If it's a successful song, I mean,
hey, that's my point. So at the end of the day, all I'm really saying is, man, like you gotta collaborate because you have to have a team in order to really be successful. Like this music thing, like, you know, when you have people like, you know, Cole, you know, J. Cole and your Russ, where that you can produce and record yourself and you create a hit, no features and all of that good stuff. But even those people, you know what I mean? Like one, it's a diamond in the rough to really successfully do that on a large scale, not the largest, but even on a large scale, to be able to have a success doing that, you have to be a diamond in the rough. But then number two, you get to a certain level where you still need a team. You know what I mean? Like even if you're a one-man band in the studio, overall in the music business, you know what I'm saying, you need other people. You know what I mean? So you have to collaborate. You know what I'm saying? It's just like naturally I'm prone to just working like by myself. Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, do you have a team?
I don't even know. Well, it is, guys.
I mean, I don't know what it is.
I don't even know. It's just some weed.
Do you have a team right now?
Like, what do you mean?
Like a
Like
team.
favorite
You have,
sports
well,
team?
No. I'm talking about like, do you have like a
he's
group
talking
of
about,
people
like,
that you work
He's
with?
sticking to the topic.
All right, yeah.
Nah, yeah, I got a team, man. You feel me? Like, shout out to the team. I mean, I ain't even mention it in this video. You feel me? The brand is High Five, man. Like I said, you know, boom. We, you know, that's the little hand drawn logo. But nah, yeah, the home team, man. Shout out to the home team. Like everybody that's involved with High Five, you know, like we really help each other out. Period. You know what I mean? Like when you have a team, like at one, everybody needs to know their place, and like number two, everybody needs to understand the common goal. You know, what are we all working toward as a team? And you know what I mean? How can we in the long run, I'm a long run thinker, bigger picture thinker. Like, how could we maximize opportunity and turn it into income in the long run?
Like what I've noticed with teams sometimes is that don't work out. It's usually because everybody has like their own little agendas that they want to do. And
You're
stuff.
right. I mean,
say like you're the artist and we all put our effort towards you and like we just everything is towards you, then I feel like there's probably greater success.
Yeah. I mean,
you know.
I mean, because but that's why. All right, but look, that's why in teams, you know what I'm saying. As long as people really play their position and stick to what they have to do for the team, those teams are successful. Like the problem that you just brought up is like the person, like the CEO, like the shot caller, has to be able to call the right shots. You know what I mean? So everybody else that's in place,
You know,
it
it's like a manager in a baseball game. He's got to know when to pull the relief pitcher out when he's, getting hit a lot or he's walking people. Like, he's like, all right, we got to change
Like,
it,
yeah, like I would say like we're
Better
all
the
a
team.
team, but like I obviously have like and you too and everybody like our own thing that we also want to do.
You also have
in
to
this
realize
music,
that like
yeah.
teams have like common goals. Like we have
Yeah.
our own goals, but,
Yeah.
and they have stuff in common. But together as a team, we are not collectively trying to do one thing.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like the whole,
You're not?
I'm not proud of. Yeah, we're not. Like I'm not proud of our own image, but like those are my brothers. Like I
Well,
chill
yeah.
with
I,
them,
I
you
would
know what
say
mean?
you're a
Stuff
part
like,
of it though.
but
like,
I'm not though. I wasn't around when it started. I'm not. I don't even know what you guys do. Like it, you know what I mean? Like I'm not
Yeah.
involved. Like
See,
that's your guys' thing in my
I
in
like
my
that
opinion. You know what I mean?
I definitely like that
Yeah.
perspective because like I totally understand it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like the same way that you can say I'm not a part of it, he can say that you are because of.
I guess it's
Yeah.
kind of like when you're like, when he calls Lota'S room my thing, but to me it's like our thing.
Yeah,
like
no,
it's
it is,
our
it
thing.
is.
Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do
Yeah.
this without him.
No,
you know what I
facts.
mean? Like that type of thing. And wouldn't even have thought of this without him. Like it's like
Word.
it goes deeper than that.
No, the only reason I say that's because I feel like, we
That's also
kinda
why
are
you in
team.
front of camera, because it's like you're here,
Yeah.
bro. We're a team now for this Lota'S room.
Nah,
This is
facts.
Lota'S room team right here.
I mean,
Team Lota'S room.
let's go.
He don't smoke.
Word. I mean, I ain't know.
Nah, you good.
But at the same time, I don't know. I mean, like, I get, all right, look. So, I mean, I guess it really depends on how you look at, you know what I'm saying? Like, or what you see as a team. Because at the end of the day, like, you can be very heavily involved in what other people do, you know what I'm saying? Like, and help them evolve in what they're doing, but still not consider yourself a part of their team. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I see what you're saying.
you know what I'm saying? And I can see that, but me, like, you know what I mean, for as far as my team or whatever, like, it's just really the people that, to like really give it like an overall general definition, like the people that are around me that see value in what's going on with what we do together. Like, what we're talking about is music, you know what I'm saying? So like with Hi-Fi, you know what I'm saying, I have a team of people between, artists, you know what I'm saying, graphic artists, you know what I'm saying, producer, just recently got me like management, you know what I'm saying, and I think before we had talked about like, I got a 10-year goal or whatever about like really like I want to open a record label soon.
Yeah, so you're
But like I got a 10-year goal like in that 10 years, like the people I'm discussing now should be at the round table. So in 10 years or whatever, like my 10-year goal is to be like sitting at like my direct competition is Sony, Epic, Atlantic, like all of these mainstream labels. Like it's a 10-year goal, man. You feel me? Like realistically too, like even like looking at the like the streaming platform era we're in right now in 2021. Like Spotify came out in 2011. From as far as my knowledge goes back, you know what I'm saying? Like that's when it like came out. Like nobody was really on it or talking about it or X, Y, and Z. But as a company, it has. I'm not even sure what Spotify was doing when it first came out. You feel me? If it was just a streaming company or what the company actually was. But point being, as a company, you're able to evolve, rebrand and become one of the leading streaming platforms in the world, if not the leading streaming platform in the world.
2006.
You know what I mean? Or 2006. So it's more like a 15-year plan.
Fucking yeah.
10 to 15. But point being is, that long-term goal.
But yeah,
you know
no,
what I mean?
by the time 2016, probably around that time where everything was hitting, probably on Spotify, their 10-year plan definitely hit. There's some Swedish
I feel like
company,
there's also going to be like, newer stuff in the course of 10 years.
Exactly. I mean, but like me, playing it, being a record label, it's like,
like imagine streaming isn't like the biggest thing and there's something else. Like I don't know what it would be because like I wouldn't even know, but
like really think about it. So like imagine, I mean, 'cause that's a very high possibility. Now imagine, I mean, the streaming era is still relatively
2011 is when it came to the United States.
Okay.
So it was Spotify. Sorry for interrupting, but they were from like Sweden, and then they like did all their stuff in Europe. So they had a spot in UK, and they made it free, public, type of thing. And then people just kept signing up. So they're like, all right, we're gonna close it, make it more like an invitation only type of thing. And then they came here, did like a 6-month ad supported trial period. You could listen to an unlimited amount of music, where people could listen to like a limited amount of music for free for 6 months. And I feel like that was pretty big thing back in like 2011.
Yeah, facts.
Like that's when like MySpace was like
because
still like a thing.
You got to understand everything was pirated. Like back then, you had like Napster
like
before Napster was like a streaming service before it was legit. Like Napster, like you legit, that's how you like stole shit. Then you had some shit called LimeWire.
Oh, LimeWire, right?
You're talking. Sorry to interrupt you again. You're talking about the 10-year plan. In late 2016, the company launched its largest marketing campaign to date. So that is literally 10 years after they launched themselves.
Exactly, and like that,
like literally 10 years, exactly 10 years.
Yo, like, cause like these successful businesses that really be around for mad long, bro. Like, it's all like built off of small goals that just turn into like all the small goals literally lead to the one big ass goal. It be that 10-year plan that it sounds so crazy, but it's so attainable if you just have these small goals and go piece by piece by piece. Next thing you know, 10 years in, you actually got to that crazy ass spot that you thought that could never get reached just because you pieced it all together.
It's like a puzzle.
Like and like I just realized that's like a very common thing with a lot of successful businesses, bro. And I'm like, look, man, like I don't necessarily have a blueprint, but if I can create my own and take what works from a lot of other businesses, man, like look, man, I'd rather spend 10 years pushing my ass off doing that than working 10 years somewhere else or some shit where I'm not happy and somebody else is making more money and I'm making a little bit of change off their shit. Like I'd rather do that. It's my person. I'm not telling everybody to do that. I'd rather do that though. You know what I mean? So, fuck it. It's the way I see it. And if it don't work out, if I'm not level playing field with them, I know
job.
I still know good and well it would be worth it in the long run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, shit. So I mean, hey, I'm here for it. As long as I'm breathing, man. For real.
You just gotta be ready and gotta understand this is a really long journey.
Yeah, full of ups and downs.
Especially the music industry.
When did you come up with that like 10-year thing? Like, is that recent or was that like did you have that idea for a little bit? Like, I mean, that you wanted to do
10 years in.
I'm not gonna lie. For my business, I mean, I started my business in 2018. Yeah. So like, I started like that level of thinking. I was like taught that type of thinking by. I started doing this thing called network marketing when I was like 18, 19.
What's that?
Pretty much, a lot of people be knowing network marketing. I don't want to say jobs, but network marketing careers kind of like it's like pyramid schemes, is what they call them type shit, right? So pretty much, there would be like these trainings, bro, like every weekend in New York. There was a company called Your Health that it's not you didn't work for that company. It was kind of like you start your own business through that company.
Yeah, it sounds like Forex.
That's a type of company, type of a deal that I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. Just the skeleton of what you're saying sounds exactly like what Forex does.
So,
or at least
a lot of people like calling it the pyramid scheme.
Because it starts from the top and works its way down.
Exactly. But, so nonetheless, with that being said, it was a company called Your Health or whatever. It was like a new company. It was good to get in at the time. It was a lot of training. And it was really, to be real with you, bro, it was a lot of life skills, man. You know what I mean? In that training, it was like business training. I mean, you know, pertaining to the product, but it was a lot of life skills. You know what I mean? Just like in that training, you feel really refreshed. And like I became a lot more open-minded after being a part of that. I mean, it's not like I sold those products for long and became like a Your Health freak, and I didn't. You know what I mean? Like I definitely just wanted to see what it was about. You know what I mean? I was open-minded to the whole idea of it. You know what I mean? I gave it a shot. I was doing it for a handful of months. I met a handful of really cool individuals, people I'm still friends with to this day. You know what I mean? Like cool people, man. And I feel like I grew. I feel like I grew as a person a lot from just like entering that. You feel me? Because I was in college at the time, but I come from the hood. I come from, you know, the west side of Norwalk and like, feel me, Colonial Village. And, you know, I didn't really see much outside of Norwalk until after high school. You know what I mean? I got out of high school, and that's when I kind of like opened my world. And even then, I didn't go straight to like a university or whatever. I was supposed to go to Virginia State for sports, but I ended up just going straight to Norwalk Community College. Like, you feel me? Like I was very strictly like in my area type shit. And then next thing you know, I mean, I had family in Jersey or whatever, like, feel me? I did my thing in New York or whatever, popped out a lot because of music. But as far as, like, I don't know, just really expanding my life, I think I was very much hometowners. So when I started doing this network marketing thing, you know what I mean, I did more traveling, you know, like, with that company, and it expanded my mind more. In general. And then I just took it on. I never really, at that time, I wasn't thinking about opening my own business or whatever. I was just very, feel me, I was a rapper, bro. Feel me? Like I really, you know, even though I was in college, I rap way more back then than I do now. Like I really don't even consider myself a fucking rapper no more. Like I'm way more of an artist. Like I barely don't even, like I could still rap anytime, but that's not necessarily like, it's not even my go-to. You feel me? Like, I produce more than I rap now, and I damn near sing more than I rap now. Like, it's I don't know. But at the end of the day, I grew up a rapper, bro. So all I wanted to do was rap. Feel me? Like, I engineer my own shit, but it's all I wanted to do. And the hunger just transpired into me being a businessman. Like, I'm still hungry as hell, but all I wanted to do was rap all the way up until maybe like 25, 26, I started thinking different. I was like, yo, I want to do something. I want to, like, how can I make this a career for real? Like, if it ain't going to take off as me as a rapper, like, well, what can I do?
So you're saying, like, you didn't know much about business? Like, you were just, like,
I didn't go to school for it. All right, so, like, right directly after high school, since I was so involved in music and I wanted to know more about audio engineering and business, I pretty much was about to go to Full Sail. It was another school, Full Sail in Florida. I was about to go there directly. I was getting mad mail from them. I was supposed to do. I had like 3 different visits or whatever that I didn't go to. Again, but that was 2008. That was the recession. My family got hit with a whole bunch of bullshit.
I didn't even know that was there.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that for later.
Crush that shit.
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you know, back at that time, bro, like, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there probably was a lot more opportunity. I was just focused on helping the family. You feel me? I stayed home with the NCC, got a full-time job, helped around financially, and you know, I still had a good mindset. Like, I was still hungry as fuck, but I didn't really branch out. You know what I mean? And, like, really do shit like that. You know what I mean? So I mean, I wasn't like, I don't know, bro. Like, I went to school for psychology, like child psychology, which is why I'm kind of doing what I'm doing now, like in the board of vet. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like, music's been my passion. I just never went to school for music. I just always done music all my life, but I've never went to school for music. Like,
so were you saying you wish you went to school for music, or no? You wish you went,
Nah.
but like,
you know what I mean? The experience would definitely be cool.
Yeah,
Would have been cool. Still would be cool. But like,
You still could go to school for music.
No, yeah, definitely.
There's no cap.
like definitely. But I, so on and so forth. My 15 years of experience with it and just like teaching myself, putting myself through courses. Like I've literally put myself through courses and shit online. You know what I mean? Just trying to better my craft. And I don't know. I enjoy that process too. I just would like to even experience going to maybe like, what is it? IAR, the Institute of Audio, some shit like that. It's a school, you know what I mean? School for audio engineering and, Full Sail. I probably want to go to Full Sail now. Like I'm not like the 19-year-old that wants to go away to fucking college and do the whole thing. Like, nah, you feel me? Nah, like, I can just
you're trying to learn.
I can just get a degree and just
I
learn what I want. Like, I don't have to go to fucking Florida for that now.
Damn.
But I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I'm running the business. Like, I feel like I wouldn't go to school for audio engineering right now. Like, I literally have the tools and know the people to always sharpen that skill. Like, I would go to school strictly for business.
See, I didn't think like that early on. I feel like that's why I went to school for it. Like I did this program called Recording Connection. They set me up with like a mentor in the music industry. And my mentor is Edmund Ramos Jr. He actually has a studio in Bridgeport. He's won a Grammy with Mary J. Blige. He's got like a bunch of platinum plaques.
Word.
Recording engineer, mixing engineer, everything. He does it all. He's a little bit older too. He's got to be in like his 50s or something. I don't know. But they paired me up with him, and for like 6 months, every week I went to his studio. It came with like a little quiz or whatever. It would take like 5 minutes, and then like I'd have like 4 hours to just like, either if I had an artist myself, I could bring him to the studio and we would make the music, or I could sit there and make beats, or sometimes he would just like want to show us stuff, I guess. Like I felt like I didn't use the situation how I should have personally, because I have more questions now and stuff that I wish I asked back then, but now I just look them up and then I learn them myself.
Word, I hear that. That's a dope opportunity to have that type of mentor.
I feel like it kind of closed my mindset really early on, because I wasn't exposed to like the field. I call it the field because I did it right after I got out of college, and before college, I was just making beats in my bedroom. I wasn't going anywhere. I'm not going to studios. I don't even know where studios are. Like, I don't know anything. I just liked music, so I was just playing around.
If you don't mind me asking, where did you grow up? Like, what town did you grow up
in? I grew up in Guilford, Connecticut.
Guilford is funny. Like, I've heard of that
town. It's a nice town.
Like a few times in my life. Definitely can't say I've ever been there. But like, isn't that not that far from here?
It's like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Was like
95 north. Go north to exit 57, 58.
It's not that far.
No, it's not far at all.
I just never beat it. I never no reason for me to ever actually be in Guilford. Like,
it's just the suburbs, man. Like, there's not anything crazy going on over there. There are crazy stuff. Like, people have actually been breaking into stuff in my neighborhood, but it's because we're the suburbs and like people just leave their cars unlocked. Like, my mom did that once and she lost her purse.
Nice.
But yeah. But yeah, just after doing that, I felt like I didn't have like, I wasn't around like-minded people. Like, I was around friends. I was around people who just weren't making music. They didn't understand what I was thinking about when I was doing the stuff. Like, how much I thought about it, how much I actually loved it.
They didn't see the vision?
They never, it's not even they didn't see, like, you know how, like, sometimes, like, you know how, like, I don't know if, I told Slurm made this. I'm like, bro, this is, like, I could see this in 10 years being, like, a Bathing Ape type of hoodie. Like, if you have this hoodie and you didn't get it when it happened, you're never getting that hoodie. Yeah. And it's just going to be worth that much. Like, it's going to just grow in value. And he didn't see that in himself. But to me, I saw that. I could just view, I could see it. Yeah. He might not even see it, but I could just see it by looking at what he's doing and how hard he's going for it. You know, shout out to Slurm. But for that, like, I feel like I never had someone like that for me.
So pretty much like growing up, like in your youth, like that inner circle didn't share your passion. Like,
correct.
Word. And that's what like growing up, I can say, because like you feel me, like I understand not everybody, everybody has their own story, so not everybody can say that like their friends like love to do the same shit as them, like you know what I mean?
Bro.
Too close, too.
Nah, I just want to get it so you're like speaking.
Oh yeah, my bad.
No, you're good.
Nah, but yeah, that's a big deal.
I'm saying can't shitty you audio on Lota'S right now.
So that's a big difference, yeah. I mean, like I was blessed with that experience, yo. You know what I mean? Like shout out to the homies. Like a lot of them don't even rap no more, bro. Feel me? Like my boy LP, my boy G, Stacks. Like really, almost everybody's a parent. Like my boy Raw Blitz. Like everybody got kids. Feel me? They do their thing. You feel me?
Raw Blitz. I feel like I've heard of that name before.
Yeah, Raw Blitz still rapping on occasion,
He's from
man.
Connecticut.
Yeah, like he definitely still rap on occasion. Like he had a nice little buzz a handful of years ago. But my man's he be hot and cold. Like he'll be on fire for like 6 months and then he'll fucking take 2 years off. like yo, like it's crazy.
That's
like
horrible. Yeah.
But I know as far as I know because the
consistent.
talent is there. It's just you know what I mean. Like people have it's their own thing. You know what I mean. They have their own hate love relationship with this shit, man. You feel me? And like I love just attacking this shit day by day. You know what I mean? Like I never stopped making music, even though my brain was like, yo, just become a businessman, bro, and you'll always be in the music industry and you'll have opportunities X, Y, and Z. Like I started switching that gear, but I can't stop making music myself. Like I'm going to continuously. Like, it's an expression. You know what I'm saying?
You're just
no matter
just
what
want-
you
just-
do,
my fault.
Yeah.
It's like you wanted to. You need, like you said earlier, you need to find your role. And you kind of were looking for your role, but at the same time, you can still do what you do. But just to be in the industry, you got to find your role.
Yeah,
you got to find your place.
Yeah, I mean, but you gotta, in order to find your role, you gotta put your foot in the door yourself, and you have to be in there. You have to be working. You have to be doing something.
Yeah,
like you know what I mean. Like I've been watching a lot of interviews too. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Like I'm certain like A&Rs. Like I ain't gonna hold you. Like I do. Like the music thing so much, like ads that come on your phone and none of that. Like every fucking thing is music based or whatever. Like everything, and like I start like sometimes when I'm not super occupied and I be seeing these ads, bro. Like I give them the time of day. Like you know what I mean. I really like actually see what they be talking about, and like I learned right now. Long day, brain fried. I can't even remember the name, but it's a dude that I clicked off an ad. Feel me? It was like kind of like the same situation, like Grammy nominated producer, X, Y, and Z. A few handful of accolades or whatever on the record label, blah blah blah. But I don't know. I started like after that ad, I started like YouTubing like him, like his name, and like seeing like what was going on like with him and things that I've learned, like just like professional experiences like from like early in his career. Like I don't know if you remember the MySpace days. Dude, so Soulja Boy blew up off MySpace, and the number 2 motherfucker that was right behind Soulja Boy was The Joker. I don't know if y'all remember this artist named The Joker. Like on MySpace, this guy was. Well, I wasn't a fan of that music, but like The Joker was it. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't Soulja Boy on MySpace, and this guy that I was talking about was the manager of the.
Was he like Was he like a meme? Not a meme, but like was he like a?
Well, this is before memes.
Nah, what's it called though? Like just a troll, or was he a troll or something?
I mean,
wait. Did he have the? Oh no, that's somebody else.
I think that's Riff Raff. You talking about?
No, I'm thinking about there's a rapper. His name's Stitch or some shit. Like he's
I
think
I know you're talking about
the tattoos.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, that's a throwback. I really don't remember because I didn't listen to his music like that, so I really can't. Like I don't really know what kind of artist he was. To me, he just looked crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
wait, who are you talking about? The Stitch?
The Joker.
Oh, the Joker.
Yeah. Now you could probably type The Joker MySpace on Google and
that's what I looked up.
And you ain't see shit.
Well, there's a lot of people make MySpace pages for the Joker, like the Batman one.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, okay, that's different.
Yeah.
I mean, but I think it was like THAJOKERR, like something. You feel me? Like something a little different. But at the end of the day, I like do manage that artist back in the day, and that's kind of like what took him off into like doing other things. And now like the guy who like owns Spotify, like the CEO of Spotify, like, is like his main mans, and it was just like pretty much at the end of the day, like a lot of the people that are like in powerful positions in the music industry right now at this point were at very much lower positions in the music industry at some point, and it's really about knowing the right people and working your way up. And knowing the right people is a very big important step. And like you end up knowing the right people, you know, like during the process of creating your story. Like, you feel me? Like I may start off in West Haven, you know what I mean, in this building. Next step being, you know, if the studio moves out of this building, go to the next wherever it is and meet somebody from that connection, that person in the next 3 years after that can give me a job opportunity. You just never know. Like, you know what I mean? Like us three sitting here in this room, next thing you know, somebody gets a fucking, opportunity to produce for somebody. It's a hit record. Next thing you know, like we collabing on beats, and now you have one avenue of somebody in the industry. More people are willing to work with you. Like it just is. Yeah. As long as you're working, these things start to happen. And like if you're working, and you can keep up with it. Yeah. You know what I mean? But like you just gotta keep working. You feel me? Like until opportunities start to come about. You gotta make the best out of them. You feel me? But you just gotta keep working. You feel me? Like I know y'all be on it too, man.
Gotta.
So like
Joker,
it's the vibe.
Keep grinding.
He's 32. It's one guy, right? Joker.
I think so, yeah.
He's like a dubstep.
Yeah, how are those Scooby
type of
snacks?
artist?
Word.
I think grime music.
Okay.
Yeah, how are the Scooby snacks?
Purple Sound is what it was called. Yeah, he's been munching on it, bro.
I know you're not even supposed to like eat or chew gum on the mic, but like, bro,
don't care.
Feel me?
You can help it.
These Scooby Doo graham cracker, these cinnamon joints,
and we're not sponsored either, man.
Nah, not at all. But these Scooby
Sponsor
snacks
us.
is the one. You know what I'm saying? Scooby snacks.
I think I had Scooby Snacks.
If I knew the slogan, I would have did an infomercial right there. Scooby snacks. Raggy. Some shit like that.
Raggy.
Where are my Scooby Snacks? What did he say? Where's my Scooby Snacks? Where are my... I don't know how to do a Scooby voice.
Me either.
All right.
What's new in you know what I'm saying, the Loader production world, man? You got any new music coming out, or you know what I'm saying? What's good with it? You just making beats to make beats at this point?
Facts. Just stacking up a catalog.
Stacking up the catalog.
Hella beats.
Word.
You know, when ready, they're ready.
Facts.
But I've also been doing a lot of engineering.
Okay.
I'm currently mixing a project for Ian. I've been doing a lot of other like side stuff too, here and there, just like sessions, recording songs, but mostly it's just been mixing, learning more about plugins I got, how to use them, what to do while just learning different things while mixing.
Word. What's your favorite plugins to use?
I like the Waves plugins personally.
Like which? I mean, there's so many. So like what plugins?
So like
in Waves?
I started using the Studio Rack, and I can open up any Waves plug. I can open up. I think it's like 8 Waves.
Was that in that bundle that you have?
Yeah, it came with it.
You think I have that?
I think you might.
I think you have different plugins.
I didn't even know I had it until I looked it up, because I tried to download Studio Rack, and the dude was like, "Yeah, don't download it. Like you don't need that." And turns out I had it, but basically, yeah, you could put like 8. I think it's like 8 or 9 plugins in it.
It's pretty good.
And I just put like a de-esser. Waves just has like one de-esser, a vocal rider. So like, just so like when a person's talking like this and then they're going up and down, like like how people the level in people's voice will vary. The vocal rider will help like kind of balance that out a little bit. That way, compression doesn't have to do as much. Like you don't have to compress as much. And then I throw an audio track on it, and I take out some of the low end on the audio track, and like some like mid range, and then like low mid range though, just like a little bit. And then it really also depends on like the vocal. If it's like a high vocal, I don't really take off any of the mid range. I'll end up doing that with like the other EQs that I have, and then I just kind of like gate it a little bit but I'll end up going back to it because as I mix, it starts to sound more full, and then like maybe the gate is cutting off certain words that sound better. That I need to like turn down the gate a little bit more. But after the gate, I'll throw these two EQs on that I like. I put on a R EQ.
Mm-hmm.
I just like turn up the high end and like cut out the lows, and like if I need to bring up any of the mid range, I'll do that with like the 2 or the 3, and then I'll put a Q2 to take out like the like those kind of sounds, like the weird like if I like that sound like that, like in my voice, like you hear
some
that
muddy shit.
Muddy, yeah. I don't like that. I would want that like to be away.
Yeah.
But I won't take out too much because it just sounds like too like bright. And then I compress it.
Yeah.
I haven't even compressed yet. After that, I compress just our compressor.
Nah, I hear that.
And
That definitely like.
Then I put another
like
DS
like a solid. My fault. Like a solid process. You know what I'm saying? Like that's similar to what I do. Like I have like a real combination. Like I actually favor Slate digital plugins right now. Then I go to Waves for certain things.
I only use Fresh Air. I like Fresh Air.
The Fresh Air is so dope.
I like Fresh Air.
I love Fresh Air. I mean, but the virtual mix rack and Slate is fucking amazing. Like if you have that bundle as well. Like but it's apples and oranges, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like they all do great things, man. I mean, but like you have your standards as well. I mean, but you see Coca-Cola and Pepsi, bro. Like
right, yeah, could be the same thing.
They taste the same, but I actually like Pepsi better.
Yeah. I like Pepsi better too.
I hear you.
I feel like Pepsi is like
I feel like
thinner.
Pepsi. It's like I feel like Pepsi, like Coke. It's not as refreshing because it hits too hard. Like it's refreshing when it's cold, but like it don't got like a spiciness, but it got a kick to it that it don't need. Like Pepsi, like it's just like
I get what you're saying.
It's carbonated, but it's smooth still.
Yeah.
Like Coke's not smooth. Like it's very carbonated.
When's the last time you had either of them? Because I can't even remember.
Nah, I don't even
Pepsi,
drink
like,
Coke
yesterday.
or Pepsi. Like, you see, I got Gatorade with me now.
I've been slacking. I
drink
it's like
water
the first like time this like in like months that I've just drank soda.
I ain't gonna hold you. If I drink soda and go to like fast food, like I would rather get a Sprite.
Yeah, Sprite.
I don't even go Coke.
I'm trying to get sponsored by Sprite.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn, how you gonna quench your thirst though? Like that's big. Like
that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get sponsored. I'm trying to do like a Drake commercial.
Shit, you might have
like
to
when he was like,
you might have to do one of those good like like you gotta be good at it. Oh, that was pretty good. I ain't gonna hold you. Oh shit. Spots. Hey, call Sprite. Lota'S room. We need this shit gonna be sprited the fuck out.
Hell yeah, mad Sprite everywhere. It's gonna force me to drink soda. Nah, I'm gonna do what they do in American Idol. You know how like they'd have like the Coke bottles or whatever, but like they would just put water in it. Just put water in it, and they won't know.
Horrible.
To be honest with you, if you have a Sprite right there, nobody's gonna know you got Sprite in that shit.
They could think it's like drank.
Yeah,
have lean in there.
I'm just saying, like you could easily just put water in there.
Carbonated water.
I could have another water over here that I just drink in an unlabeled cup, and I just leave that there.
You are throwing away all of your sponsor opportunities.
They're not gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
It's all good. You feel me? We are in fucking Lota'S room, gang. I am not in the gang, but gang shit.
Gang. How far are we in, man?
Or 45 minutes, 43 minutes, 45 seconds.
It's like a fucking episode of Power.
49.
Yeah, I feel like we touched
I've never seen Power.
a lot of
points
what? Here on Lota'S.
Did we?
No, I'm just saying, like so far. I think we've
talked about some good stuff. There's been some.
Do you have anything you
want
to touch up on?
I feel like
I don't know.
What's it called?
What we touched upon?
Yeah.
I want to tell the camera like we did this before like yesterday.
Yo.
For like an hour and some change.
Yeah.
And it only recorded for 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
So
that's funny.
I kind of still want to release that audio just because it's good audio. We talked about some good stuff.
I deleted the audio.
You did?
No, I'm playing. How would I delete the audio?
I would have killed you if you deleted the audio. But like again, how would have you deleted the audio?
Yeah, I know.
All right, cool. But nah, I definitely want to put that out.
But like how though?
How would I put that out?
It's like an audio podcast, like SoundCloud. Like.
Well, nah, you would just do the audio. Yeah,
we
just,
could just
you
post
know what I'm saying.
audio
Say
on
on YouTube, you
YouTube.
just put like, Blackman.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm
and
like
like
I'm like
in Lota'S
recording
room.
these beforehand because I'll have like a way. I have a way that I'm gonna really like. Lota'S is gonna be different from all these other channels. Like we're just like building a catalog.
Copy.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, not facts.
So when we're ready, it's like I know I dropped that Young Clean interview and I haven't dropped that other one yet. But
wait, you still ain't dropped that yet?
I still haven't got that yet. That's what I'm saying. Nah. Like because I just been thinking like more about it. I'm like I feel like I almost like rushed the drop. Like I feel like I could have definitely waited like until you went to Cali to fully just like put everything out.
I mean,
you know, but at the same time, like I wanted everything done.
Yeah, and then like
that was that. Well, yeah, it was for his birthday mainly. Like that was like the.
Yeah, but then like I was gonna say like when you're a year or two in, you get to look back at day one, and like it's a dope story that way. Like you get to really appreciate like what it took.
Like
to
my
start.
mom texted me today. That's when I know I'm slacking. My mom's like, "Yo, where's Lota'S room?" Like, it's not out yet. You said it was gonna be out 5 days. It's been 7 days. Like you're right. I'm sorry.
I mean, listen, if you really want it, you just tell the people. I mean, not that there's like a lot of people.
And I'm just not active on social media in general. Like I only do dumb shit on social media. So like Lota'S room, that page is just not touched. Like I'm on that page maybe 5 minutes out of the day, and it's so bad because I should be posting like the Young Clean interview like every day, every second of the minute, but I just don't like being on my phone like that.
Promote
I don't even do that. That's what sucks. Like I gotta force myself to just be on social media for the right reasons rather than just kind of be on. I could just tell the people.
I mean, that is for the right reasons.
Depending on
that's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying, but like sometimes I won't be on social media for the right reasons.
But depending on how organized you are or want to be, like they have a website now where I forget the name of the website. I just heard about it. Where pretty much you could like find it on Google. Where like you could pretty much set up posts and engagement and shit like that for Lota'S room. It's like automated. So like you would pre-load up the post or whatever, whether it be a post or story post or whatever the case may be. But like it'll post it for you, like say once a day, once every 2 days, once however you
like
set
every
it
Sunday
up.
You could do or some shit.
Yeah, like you know what I mean, like without you actually having to be on your phone to post things. Like you can, like there's a website where you can.
Is it trustworthy?
Yeah. From what I hear, like I said, like it's not like I use it, but yeah, people, you know what I'm saying,
and that would be awesome.
But I heard like a lot of verified accounts are run like that too, like to the point where like the people, the celebrities that don't actually have their phone on them all the time, like the posts are managed by. Like we talked about teams earlier, you feel me? Somebody in that team, and like the people in that team use the shit that I'm talking about. Like you know what I'm saying? It's that type of a deal where like it's all organized shit. Like they'll have content. There's people that create content and they strategically post at certain days, certain times, but it's all pre-done, bro.
Yeah, like I follow some artists now that they don't even really post on social media.
And I mean, but like it's all depends on your marketing strategy.
Right.
You feel me? But like when it comes to something like Lota'S room, you're just starting something. You have to give people content.
You have
to give them content. Like you feel me? Like
we're so underground. We're under the rock right now.
Schedule your drops.
Yeah.
Facts.
But like we were talking about earlier, man. Like it takes 10 years of a real plan, of executing a plan.
Bro, this shit is not. I think it just like hit a month. No, not even
a month.
But even think about
maybe like a month.
Like the podcast game, the things that we're sitting here doing right now. Like this is like a new thing in the entertainment industry where like the same way like 10 years ago it was lit if you had a home studio.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like
this is a studio and at the same time it's like a podcast room.
Yeah, real shit. This is more of this is like kind of like geared to like what's the shit now versus like just having a home studio where you can make music. Like having some shit like this is the shit now. Like you know what I mean? And like think about you know, like just trends, you know what I mean? Like what's going to come in the next 5 years and like what you guys can make out of Lota'S Room in the next 5 years, because as long as you're able to capitalize on like what's next.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like people are doing this, like 3 people sitting in the microphone, you know what I'm saying, having a conversation.
But actually, like a week after we like not even a week, maybe like after like 2-3 weeks after we started, I saw someone else do like not something like this, but they were just like, we're gonna fuck around and start a podcast, and they end up doing it. They just have the microphones just like us.
Yeah, so we had all the gear except for we had to get that, but that was about it.
But we didn't even have to get that. That's the thing. We could have used the mixer. We could have put it in Logic.
Used something else, but I mean,
that is like,
yeah.
I don't even, if you have that, it's beautiful. It makes it so much easier. Like,
yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, but I'm just saying though, man. Like, you know what I mean? You just got to be on top of technology, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whether it's music, whether it's podcasting, you know what I mean? On top of what's next, because like this shit ain't gonna die. It's just gonna keep elevating and with different types of ways to keep it going. You feel me? So if like we figure out like what's gonna be the next it factor of podcasting, then Lota'S Room could be a hit by next year if you do it first.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
this is almost like the first thing.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a show like this before in Connecticut.
Yeah, that's a fact.
In Connecticut, that's really what I'm starting it off as Connecticut based before I try to grab other people in and make it a whole bigger thing.
I hear that.
I'd rather
thinking of like
I'd rather it be for like you know how we were talking about yesterday, like no one wants to put on here, like they'd rather just go somewhere else, do something somewhere else than do it here. Like if we did all that here, I'm basically like recording all these artists and stuff for the average fan to see that artist, see how that person just is as a person.
The crazy thing is, it's honestly not that much like work. Like it's a lot of work, but like you could bang off a lot of podcasts in 1 month. Like if you do a podcast every 3 days, you'll have at least like, I mean,
7.
At one point, but at some point, bro, we're gonna have to think like I'm trying to just do the math, like how much you'll have in that month. Do this every day at some point, bro. We're gonna have to do like it'll get to the point where we're booked for the day, bro. We got like 4 or 5, like we gotta edit them and drop them the same day or like whatever, you know, that type of thing. Like,
that's one thing.
That's when we need the team. I feel like that's when the plan is the vision is bigger now, so we need to involve more people to the team.
Obviously, I actually really like what you guys got going on, because like when High Five first started, before we actually opened our recording studio, when we first got in this building in West Haven, we actually were in the corner of this floor on the 3rd floor. We were upstairs, and when we were upstairs, we had a podcast going, but no cap. We recorded 2, dropped 1 episode, never dropped again. Like, because there was just too much going on. I mean, one, it was a 2-man team at the time. It was only me and DJ B Nice or whatever. We had the visuals going or whatever. We had the mics or whatever, and it was really dope. But you know, the people that tuned into that episode really said it was a dope episode. Like we just had, but again, that was right before the studio officially opened up, and there was just so much going on. Like, just we weren't organized enough to really keep the momentum of a podcast going on, because it took a lot of energy to, you know, to not just record it, but to mix it properly or whatever. Like we really took time to make sure that quality was illy. Like it was really dope. Like with the audio in the background while we were talking, because like we put like our beats in the background and shit like that. It was a really dope podcast. But like to continuously do that all the time would have took so much fucking effort and all that, and it was like we were too busy. We were too busy to do that. And like I really wish like I was interested in like becoming that kind of studio back then, but I just never took that lane. Like I had too much going on for it. But like I'm supporting this. Like I'm rooting for you with like
appreciate it.
Real shit. Like keep that up.
Real shit. No, this is something we definitely gonna keep up. You know, even if we're not posting, it's gonna be something that, like I said, building a catalog. I want to just have. Yeah. Even if I don't post for another 3 months, like I still want to record podcasts, so when I'm ready to drop, I have not unlimited, but mass amount of content to where I could still record content while I'm dropping content and drop content in between the big content drops that I've already been previously recording, stuff like that.
Yep. I mean, and that's,
you know what I mean?
That's an awesome strategy. That's really how music should be handled. But a lot of rappers
I know a lot of rappers that wanted that
should
say they want to do that, and then some of them do it, and some of them don't.
Because you got to understand, like a handful of rappers really will understand that is a good way to move, but it's not easy to move that way.
A lot of discipline. You're disciplining yourself doing that.
A lot of discipline.
You have to sit there and be like, nah, I can't drop this. Like, some people just want to drop shit just to get results.
Exactly.
Like, to feel that validation almost. Like, bro, chill. Like, there's a bigger vision in all of this. Like, you got to see that and want that more than just the temporary fulfillment that you get from this little shit. The likes, the plays, you know,
the
all
likes,
that
the plays,
shit. The reposts.
The dropping it real quick just because somebody say, yo, drop this shit right now. Like, you really got to, like take pride in moving with the strategy.
Mm-hmm. That's just one strategy. There are probably a million different ways.
No,
to
but
go,
like a strategy, sticking to a strategy. Like, you know, have a strategy and stick to that. But I don't know, man. You know, can't speak for everybody.
No, that's a fact.
Shit,
I'm afraid to reveal my strategies on camera.
I mean, don't.
Got to, man.
Don't just execute, man. You don't gotta reveal your strategy.
It would have been good conversation though. That's why.
Nah, there's a lot of good conversations about revealing your strategies. Like, just execute. You got that,
man. I'll have that later.
I need a rematch, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to rematch you. Well, I don't want to rematch you. I just want to.
I mean, we can have a tournament.
We could have a tournament. I kind of want Brett. I kind of want Brett to.
Listen, I don't want to embarrass you though.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I mean, he's good, but like I've also beaten him, so it's like.
I mean, but at the end of the day,
everybody
like,
got their offense.
This is home court advantage for y'all. Like, y'all should talk that smack. Like, you should. Yeah. You feel me? Like,
well, I talk it jokingly. Like, I really don't care if I win or lose, but I do. I want to.
I get a little.
I mean, I could joke
competitive,
but I'm competitive. Like I want to win. Like, even if I care or not, like I still want to.
Nah,
like, I might dig deep on
tight,
the trash
bro.
talk. I might say things you'd be like, why did he say that?
I hear you. I mean, it is what it is.
No, I probably
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Bro, fuck you, bro. Fuck you. And
get in your opponent's head, man.
Be out of pocket. Just pull your heartstrings. Make you go crazy.
Like, nah, this ain't even a game no more, yo.
That's crazy.
Is there anything that you want to say? Like anything else you want to say? Like you want to talk about?
Yeah, we could wrap this up right now. We've been going for about an hour right now.
Yo, big shout out to fucking Lota'S Room. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Hi-Fi. Shout out to the home team. To the gang. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in a gang.
Hey man, the gang. This is the gang.
You get the crew,
man.
You know what I'm saying? Music is life, man. Education is life, man. No matter what you want to learn about, just keep learning that shit. Don't be a motherfucker that don't like to learn. Feel me? Be open minded. You know what I'm saying? Real shit, man. Just, you know, soak up good energy. Stay around good energy, man. That's all I got to say to people, man. Yeah. That's me. Stay around good energy, man.
Staying around good energy. Here in Lota'S Room.
Lota'S Room. Good night.
Good night. Yeah, I guess we're posting this at night.